Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hey, Stacy.
Hey.
Good evening. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Belinda. A lot of folks hopping on tonight. Early, on time. Good to see everybody. Welcome to the call. As you come to the call, guys, give us your name, where you're calling in from.
Stacy and Larry Martin, Suffolk, Virginia.
Hey, Stacy. Welcome to the call. Glad to have you as always. Welcome.
Hey, Mr. Peyton.
Hey, Joy. Good to see you. Glad to have you on the call as always. Welcome.
Hello, Mr. Peyton. This is Octavia Thomas.
Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Octavia. Glad to have you on the call. Hey, Tillis. Welcome to the call. Glad to have you as always. All righty. Guys, as you come into the call, you know what to do. Give us your name, where you're calling in from. If you're brand new to the call or new to the team, this is our roll call. We invite you to hop on, unmute your mic, and let us know where you're calling in from. Turn on your video camera.
Kentucky.
Hey, Terry, glad to have you on the call. Give us your name and where you're calling in from so that we know you're on the call.
Felicia Brogdon White from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Felicia, welcome. Glad to have you on the call as always. And guys, by the way, after you do give us your name and where you're calling in from, take this moment to send out a quick reminder text message or make a quick phone call to one or two of your teammates to remind them about the call. Don't assume because you remember to hop on the call that they're going to remember as well. So this is a good time to send out a quick reminder text or make a phone call to someone to get them on the call, especially if they're brand new or relatively new to the team, because they haven't developed the habit of hopping on our Sunday night team builders training call just yet. So give us your name and where you're calling in from as you come into the call tonight. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and give us your name and where you're calling in from. A lot of people on the call. Not everybody's announced themselves. Don't be bashful. Just give us your name and where you're calling in from. That's all you got to do.
Hey, Mr. Peyton, this is Robert Cathy Jr. coming to you from the great state of Georgia.
Hey, Mr. Cathy, glad to have you, sir. Got your Legal Shield headphones on. You always represent big time. Appreciate that. Who else is out there, guys? Give us your name where you're calling in from.
Hey, Mr. Peyton, this is Joy Goodman calling in from Norfolk, Virginia.
Hey, Joy, glad to have you from Norfolk, Virginia. Appreciate that. Who else is out there, guys?
Bernadette Jackson, Killeen, Texas.
Hey, Bernadette. Glad to have you on as always.
Thank you.
I am Vaylon, Savannah, Georgia.
Mr. Vaylon, welcome, sir. Glad to have you as always.
Belinda Gaines, Radcliffe, Kentucky.
Hey, Belinda, welcome. Glad to have you on the call. Good to see you.
Tina, Los Angeles.
Hey, Nina, glad to have you on. Welcome.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we got about 2 more minutes of roll call. If you haven't already done so, give us your name, where you're calling in from. And if you have, take this moment to send out a reminder text or make a quick phone call to someone on your team to remind them to hop on tonight's call. It's going to be a good call tonight, as always. And so be sure to get them on this call so they can get the information directly from the leadership team, not have to go through you or watch the replay later on. Get them on the call. Take a moment to help them develop the habit of hopping onto the Sunday night team builders training call every Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time. All right, guys, got about another minute and a half of roll call. Give us your name, where you're calling in from if you haven't already done so.
Linda T from Charleston.
Hey, Linda T, glad to have you on the call as always. Wouldn't be a call without you, Linda. Welcome. Anybody else?
Dexter Gilbert, Kentucky.
Hey, glad to have you on the call, sir. Wouldn't be the same without you either, man. So glad to have you on.
Absolutely, sir.
All right, guys. Don't be bashful. I think we got a ton of folks hopping on. Other folks hopping in the waiting room. Glad to have you guys on. Guys, all right. Last call. Got another 45 seconds or so before we get into our bright spots tonight. Had a great month last month. A lot of momentum, a lot of recruiting, a lot of good stuff. A lot of people rank advancing. A lot of folks Performance Cup qualified last month. I guess everybody's making sure they got that PC done so they can secure themselves a slot for the Maui trip. Because if you didn't PC qualify in November, you're out of the running for the Maui contest, the Maui vacation. So a lot of folks got PC qualified. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight, and glad to have you guys on. All right, guys, last call for roll call. If you haven't already done so, give us your name, where you're calling in from. Everybody's announced themselves. It's Arnisha.
Yep, Arnisha's here.
Welcome to the call. Glad to have you, Arnisha. Wouldn't be the same without you. Good stuff. All righty. waiting for my clock on my computer to turn till 7. Oh, there it is, right. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the lines, guys. As folks, someone on the call, my co-host guys, we can monitor the waiting room and let everybody in. I'm gonna go ahead and mute all the lines so we can keep the background noise to a minimum. It's time to get into this. As you guys know, my favorite part of the call, it's called our bright spots. If you're new to the team, if this is your first time on the call, the bright spots part of the call is where we get to recognize you for the great job that you're doing out there protecting and empowering families and small businesses with our amazing services. And so we get to recognize you, and you get to recognize yourself, and you get to recognize your team members as they're out there doing the same thing. All we do is protect and empower individuals, families, and small businesses, and then we recruit other associates, business partners, to bring them on and teach them how to go out there and protect and empower families and small businesses and individuals as well. So that's all we do. Those are our 2 major skills that you need to learn in our business: how to market a membership, how to recruit an associate, and then there's one special skill that if you which what I'm looking for. If you can master that 3rd skill, then you don't have to be that good at the first 2 skills, because the 3rd skill is truly the secret if you want to build a big team. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But anyway, bright spots. I'm just going to start off and give the whole team my bright spot for the whole team. I got PC qualified, you guys. I was like double, almost triple PC qualified last month. No, not quite triple, double on my way to triple PC qualification. So I got double PC qualified. I'm already PC qualified for the month because I had enough carryover to cover me for PC this month. So I'm working on getting double, maybe even triple PC qualified myself. But the whole team, guys, a ton of people PC qualified last month. If you're Performance Club qualified, you went out there and got $100 in premium personally, or maybe if you're PC Pro, which means you went out there and got $200 and personal premium, then you're PC Pro qualified. We want to recognize you. It's all right to recognize yourself tonight if you got PC qualified. I want to hear from our Performance Club qualified associates tonight. And you don't have to say much. Say, hey, it's Nina Bettina, I'm PC qualified. It's Linda T, I'm PC qualified. But I want you to recognize yourself for being Performance Club qualified, which is the minimum standard that all of us should be shooting for every month. We say shoot for PC Pro and then just settle for PC. But tonight I want to do something different. I want to focus on Performance Club a little bit. If you got something else you want to recognize, maybe you fast track qualified or had someone on your team fast track qualifier, or maybe you rank advanced manager, had someone on your team rank advanced manager, senior manager, director, senior director, or above. Go ahead and recognize yourself and recognize your team tonight. But I just want to recognize the whole team for a great month of November. We've had a lot of momentum since we came out of our fall leadership conference. Just October was a stellar month. November was even better in terms of people just getting after it, recruiting and getting PC qualified. So as a whole, congratulations to the entire team for a fantastic month of November. That's my bright spot. Who wants to go next with some exciting information they want to share about themselves and their team? Who wants to go next?
All right, Mr. Peden.
Go ahead, Joy.
Lowell and I, we did PC Pro last month.
You guys are always PC Pro. What you talking about? You act like it's something new. Congratulations, Joy and Lowell, on getting Performance Club Pro qualified. Congrats. That's a big deal, y'all. That's a big deal. It doesn't seem like much, but it's a super big deal, especially if you can do that and teach your team to do it. You're on your way to building $1 million business, in my personal opinion. Anybody else want to recognize themselves or getting Performance Club qualified or got something else exciting want to share?
Hey, Mr. Peden, I'll go ahead and go.
Go ahead, tell us.
All right. So, of course, I did double PC Pro myself last month. So excited about that. But I do want to congratulate all the PC qualifiers on our team as well. Hopefully they'll come in mic. I want them to, announce themselves. But I want to congratulate Odell. Hopefully he's on a call. He did a launch call and been working with Miss Linda. He's a new person on Linda's team. Of course, at the end of the month, I have to say she was really running for her PC, right? Running for her PC and just really, feeling like, I'm not sure if this is going to happen. So we had a conversation. It's the last day of the month. I'm like, Linda, you are going to do this. And sure enough, not only did she PC, I think she PC Pro, got a new associate on the last day of the month. Linda, come on, Mike, girl. You got to tell this story. You got to tell this story.
Come on, Linda. Look.
Yes, yes. Well, I'll tell you what, exactly what Tilla just said. I mean, at the last end of the month, and I don't, suggest it for anybody, but, we had a talk. I reached out to the leaders, Tillis is always reaching out to us, and I got an opportunity to talk with her and just said, just the belief, just to get my mind set right, you know, just to believe, and just, you know, from there, she just said, hey, you're going to PC qualify. Trust me, somebody's going to call and you're going to get a membership and you're going to PC qualify, Linda. Just believe that. And I just did. After that talk, you know, I just believed. And, you know, from there, I was getting prepared, you know, for the 645, no matter what, trying to get, you know, not try, you know, we do, you know, get somebody on the TPP call. And I just happened to someone, you know, just trying to check and see how somebody was doing a follow-up from 2 years ago. And I called him, and the clock on the hand on the clock changed for him. And he said, I'm at work. I said, well, you probably won't be able to jump on the call. He said, this is the perfect time for me to jump on. So he jumped on and he joined that night, and I was able to PC Pro.
Wow. What a great story.
It's amazing, Mr. Pete, because we always say this, don't give up. Don't give up. And she had every reason to say, you know what, let me just go next month. Let me just, and I think how long you been in PC, Linda? How many months?
23 months.
23 months. At the close of getting to that, what, $500 a month. And I was like, you cannot stop now. And thank goodness she listens. Thank goodness that she's coachable, and she built her belief by, you know, talking to me, and we were able to build her up, and she got it done. So also, I do want to congratulate Erica Rowe for protecting a business already this month. I think it was like with a child defense and the whole works, you know, Erica, she probably already PC Pro just from that one. Okay. So I do want to congratulate her. So back over to you, sir.
Oh man, what a great, I appreciate that. It's great information there. You know, I did see Erica Rowe post in the group chat that she had gotten a small business plan, so the owner of family plan, ID shield, 3 bureau and everything, gun owners plan, home business. I mean, she just, whatever, she just said, look, this is what we are. No, she said, I want page 1, and got them all signed. So she's not on the call tonight yet, but congratulations to Erica Rowe. What an amazing story with Linda Tex here. Linda, with 23 months, only 1 month away from your 24th month, 2 years consecutively PC qualifying, you can't throw in the towel. And we're going to talk a little bit about belief a little bit later on in the training segment tonight, because we're going to start on the path of talking about goal setting for the rest of this month as we get everybody prepared for what I believe could be your best year ever in 2022. But, you know, belief is what it's all about. Tillis and I were talking about this the other day before her and I did a Facebook Live, is that, you know, I believe outside of, and we're obviously, I'm not going to let that call go without talking about going for no. But outside of understanding that and accepting that the business is a numbers game that evolves into a real business, the other thing I think that holds people back is lack of belief. You know, rejection is the first thing that kills people, because people just can't take the no, especially for people that they know and care about and value their opinion of. So when someone that you share the information with says no, they don't even want to look at it, you take it personally, and that knocks most people out the game right out the gate. But the second thing is belief, y'all. And because most people don't really believe that they can replace their income or even earn $1,000 a month in their legal shield business, be a part of the Comma Club. You know, I was telling Tillis, you know, the reason I wanted to highlight her on the Facebook Live last week is that, you know, I wanted her to share her story. I wanted people to hear that Tillis' amazing story, how she went out within her first full year legal shield, earned almost $70,000 on an extremely part-time basis, working her business an hour to an hour and a half a day, sometimes 2 hours a day if she was lucky, having to basically go out on her lunch break to her car to make calls and send text messages. You know, I forgot about that story to share on the live, because she works in a secure facility. She's not even allowed to take her cell phone on. But anyway, my point is that most people don't believe it. But I wanted to hear her story. I wanted people who themselves may not believe it, but then maybe they have people that they've been want to talk to, people like Tillis who are very successful in their career, you know, really, you know, corporate C-level folks. And I don't want to talk to them. They're real busy. They make a whole lot of money. They're very successful. I want you can share that. I'm going to put the link to the Facebook Live that we did, the Zoom, because we did it on Zoom and Facebook Live. So you can share that video of Tillis. So you can show someone who might be on your chicken list that, hey, this is someone who only worked a business an hour to an hour and a half a day, works in a very demanding corporate job, government job. Anyway, point is belief, y'all. Belief. I'm going to get a little bit off track. We'll talk about that in a second, but belief is the key. And Linda decided to believe that was going to happen. And, you know, depending how you believe, I believe that we can speak things into existence, especially things that will benefit us. And by believing it, you can say, what a coincidence. This guy that she had talked to 2 years finally decided, hey, I want to get in. That's not a coincidence. That's called manifesting what you want, believing what you want and making it happen. And so, but it comes from belief. If you know, they say if 1 ounce of doubt and you're out. So anyway, I started rambling on, taking too much time on the bright spots. So I don't want to take away. Who else has got something excited? Who else is PC qualified? We're going to shift this bright spots because I want to get more people on the bright spots. So if you're PC qualified, recognize yourself for getting PC qualified. Who's next?
I'm PC qualified.
Of course you are, Stacey Martin. How many months are you PC qualified?
I think this is my 18th month, ever since we've been in.
You hear that? Ever since she got in, she's been PC qualified, getting a check every month around the 7th, 8th of the month.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Stacey, on getting PC qualified. All right, who else? Who's next? Who else got something exciting to want to share?
Hey, Mr.
Russell,
P,
it's
this is
Cindy.
Darnell Ravenel. I'm PC qualified.
Hey, congratulations, Darnell. Go ahead, Stacey. I mean, Cindy. Sorry.
No problem, Russell. Yeah, I wanted to comment about you talking about belief. I did PC qualify, but I was like six away from PC Pro the day, the last day. I'm like, I knew I had a plan, backup plan, but it was, and I followed through with that backup plan just in case, because I just don't like the stress at the end of the day. But it was very interesting that I'd been in a networking group for, the last 5 or 6 years. And this one person has never given me a referral, right? And he gave me a referral that day, and the girl wanted to talk to me because they had an urgent matter with the apartment complex. Their apartment flooded and the complex was not doing what they needed to do, et cetera. You can just imagine it was a mess. Right. And so I talked to her. She wanted to talk to me that afternoon. Now, never does you get a referral and then they want to talk that afternoon, right? And she really wanted the plan. And it was the last day of the month. And I didn't really want to say, don't get it tonight, get it tomorrow morning, do me a favor, because you don't want to do that, right? And so I just said, well, I know you won't get to talk to your husband tonight, but probably till late. So, I just said, you can get it in the morning and still use it. I kind of did it that way. Mm-hmm. Sure as heck, she signed up at 11:15 at night. I mean, it was really kind of funny, but that there's your belief. I knew it was going to happen. It just happened a little bit more than I thought it would, but you just never know. I mean, you just know it's going to happen, but.
Guys, I could tell you story after story of the last 28, almost 29 years of people just say, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to believe that it's going to happen. I'm going to make sure I do the things that I can do to make it happen. And it'll happen, guys. Things that you never thought would happen. If you believe it'll happen, there's this thing, the world, they see the universe will conspire to do you good. And we'll talk about that over the next coming weeks as we talk about goal setting, the power of goals. But thanks for sharing that, Cindy. Good stuff. All right, who else is out there PC qualified? Let's go, quick.
Hey, Mr. Peter, it's my 39th month PC Pro. And guys, I resonate so much with that because I remember the days when all I had to celebrate was PC. But I remember all those months, Mr. Dads used to tell me, Shanna, if it's the one thing that you do, don't let go of that performance club. I think I'm in my 40th month now. I always told myself, no matter the highs and the lows, and you guys have seen me hit the low with executive director. Shout out to my incredible team. Brand Cab is back at PC as well. So proud of this guy. We did over 1,600 in premium last month. I had my best month ever. Passed over $6,000. So now I've reshaped my goal because of staying in Performance Club. Rather than just run for ED, I'm heading for that ring.
Good stuff. Congratulations on being PC qualified and being a leader. Congratulations on over $1,600 a month in premium last month, just kicking apps and taking names. And we always, we say this all the time about Sean. Sean is always more focused on the team than she is in her own business. And even tonight, I remember she sent out a reminder text on the group meet chat, reminding everybody to hop on the leadership show. She didn't have to do that, but that's what leaders do because she's the team leader. I mean, she's so concerned about making sure our team wins, and I appreciate that about her. She's a great teammate. We appreciate that, Sean. All right, anybody else? Let's keep it going. Got one or two more bright spots, then we're going to get into some announcements. Then we're going to get into a little bit of training tonight about going for no, and then, of course, we're going to start this talk about belief and goal setting. Got to start our goal setting series tonight. All right, anybody else, real quick? Who else got PC qualified? I know we didn't get like only 6 people PC qualified. I see the list, y'all. I know. Go ahead and recognize yourself. It's okay to toot your own horn. unmute your line if you're ever talking to yourself. If you think you're saying, Miss Pete, I'm PC, but you got to unmute your mic. Anybody else out there who else got PC qualified or got something exciting they want to share?
Hey, Miss Pete, this is Miss Valons.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm 93 months PC Pro. You know, it's funny. I was on vacation for the last 10 days, and you know, I was sitting on the beach, and you know, I was literally sitting at PC, a little bit over PC, and I got a young lady call me, and then I got another young man call me while I'm on the beach. You know, said, "Hey, I'm ready to get started." The other one said they needed to, you know, he's a truck driver. He said he need to get, you know, he need to get his CDLP. I'm just saying, it's amazing when you put it out there and you just keep doing. No matter where you at, no matter what you're doing, your PC Pro will show up. So 93 months.
Make it a goal.
Back over to you.
If you make it a goal, congratulations, man. 93 months, 7 months away from being 100 months in performance qualified. And that's a big deal, y'all. I can't do the math, but what is that? Almost 9 years PC qualified consecutive. I know Miss Klein, she's been 230 something months, something like that. Is she on tonight? But all right, Mr. Bailey. All right, anybody else? Anybody just dying to share something exciting? PC, anything else you want to share before we wrap it up and get to our announcements tonight? Who's that?
Hey, I wasn't sure if anybody else chimed into the leadership, so I was driving while it was going on. But didn't I see Miss Tillis say got a builder for life bonus?
Donna, you are so funny.
I don't think they put your face on somebody else's name now.
Yes. I did get the Builders for Life bonus, and my phone started exploding, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I didn't know corporate was going to do that, but that was really a nice treat. Yeah.
Wow, you know what? Look, persistence pays off, and leadership always pays off. Congratulations to us on earning the Builder for Life bonus. That's a big deal, y'all. You know what? It's no surprise to the rest of the leadership team. I mean, Tillis has been an amazing leader, always leading by example, encouraging her leaders, as you heard, encouraging her own leaders to continue their belief and maintain their activity. So big deal there. Thanks for sharing that, Shauna. Look,
cheerleader, always the cheerleader. You gotta love Shauna. I thought I was gonna skate by with that.
That was the word I was looking for earlier. When I said the team member, I was trying to, but you know, I was a cheerleader in high school and college, as some of you know. That's the word I was looking for. She is the team's cheerleader, always cheering the team. And look, Tillis is not going to recognize herself, even though I talk about it every study. Go ahead and toot your own horn, recognize yourself. But I appreciate Shauna always doing her job to be the biggest cheerleader on the team. Congratulations to everybody. Great month again, guys. And if you didn't want to share your PC qualified, that's fine. Maybe you say, well, I only got PC, I want to get PC Pro. It doesn't matter. If you focus on Performance Club and teach your team to focus on Performance Club, you will build a monster business. I did a whole training on that. I'll put the link, someone will remind me, I'll put the link in the group meet. I did a whole video on how you could build $1 million business by focusing on the one thing that we talk about all the time, and that's Performance Club. Now, as you guys know, I'm gonna come January, that's gonna be my main focus for the entire month, is talking about Performance Club and how it could literally allow you to build an amazing business, the business of your dreams. But speaking of dreams, you know, and focus, we're not getting the goals just yet. You know, we've been talking for the last month about this concept, or at least the last 3 weeks, about this concept of the numbers and understanding that no is part of the process. I'm not gonna beat this horse again, but I'm going to show you guys a quick video. I'm going to thank Tillis again, another amazing leadership. She shared this video with us last week on our 90-day run call, and I thought it was such a powerful video. I said, man, we should show that on the team call, so I'm going to show it tonight. It's just a great video talking about why you want to go for the no. In fact, this video is entitled, Why Take the No. So let me go ahead and share my screen. This video, just to set it up, this is a video of multi-million, in fact, billionaire creator of Art Williams, the company A.O. Williams, which evolved and became Primerica, as many of you may know today, one of the largest financial service companies in the world, started by a guy who was a high school football coach, and just started selling life insurance to make some extra money on the side. And he built this amazing company that today does billions and billions of dollars a year in financial services all over the world. So his name is Art Williams. Some of you know him. So if you don't, let me introduce you to this amazing gentleman, one of my mentors. I haven't had a chance to meet him in person, but it's one of my life goals is to meet him in person. Just an amazing leader. Here he goes.
No! For 2 years.
Here we go. Why
in
take
my
the
first 2 years in this business, all I heard was no, 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 thank you. No, no, I don't want any. No, I changed my mind. No. But 2 years later, something happened to me. All I could think about those first 2 years was the no's. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, I paid a death claim. And I said, man, this stuff really works. If it hadn't been for me, that lady and those 2 children would have had to live on $15,000. Now they got $150,000. Thanks to me, they got a fighting chance. Listen, folks, that shocked me. Yes, and then all of a sudden I said, Art, you're thinking all wrong. See, all I could do was think of the ones I'd lost, the people that said no. Over that 2 years, I had a bunch of people that said yes. I couldn't feel good about the yeses because all I thought about was the dadgum no. Then all of a sudden I said, all you can do is all you can do. You can't buy the program for people out there, right? You can't pay the dadgum premiums for them, right? I mean, I used to go in a home and I can talk, right? Right? And I used to go in a home, boy, I'd let them all have it. Man, I'd made the greatest presentation you ever made. And then 1 hour or 2 later, I'd say, how does it sound? And they kept saying,
no.
No. But then 2 years later, I said, oh, you've been thinking all wrong. You making money, right? You got term insurance, right? You got a good mutual fund program, right? You ain't no dud. And if you walk in that house and you know you've done your research, you know that term's better than whole life, right? And this guy that don't know nothing says no. Does that all of a sudden make whole life better than term? Does that all of a sudden make you a dud? I said, all you can do is all you can do. So I changed my whole thinking around, revolutionized my business. Then I'd walk in a house 2 years later, and man, I'd give him the whole ball game. Man, I'd give him a presentation, I'd blow his butt out of the water, and 2 or 3 hours later, I'd say, how does it sound? And you know what? They kept saying no. And before I hit that door, I was thinking, I said, you know what? Of all the policies I analyzed, that guy's program had to be the worst. But you know what? It's just perfect for him. I don't even like you no more. I don't want to see you again. What a dud. But see, folks, I found out that all you can do is all you can do. And if you sell what's right, and I did, and if you offer the right kind of opportunity, and I did, then everybody's not going to buy, and everybody's not going to come to work. But enough are for you to become wealthy.
There you go, guys. How many times, and look, I've said it, I think every Sunday night for the last 3 weeks, that some people you talk to aren't going to take a look. In fact, most people you talk to aren't going to take a look. Most of the ones that take a look ain't going to join, and most of the ones who join ain't going to work. And most of the ones who work aren't going to become your leaders, and most of your leaders aren't going to become your superstars. So your superstars will pay you $5,000 a month in overrides or residuals for the rest of your life. So you have to look at the other side of the coin. Some people that you talk to will take a look. Some people that will take a look will join, and some of the ones that join will go to work, and some of those who go to work will become your leaders, and some of those leaders will become your superstars and your best friends for life, and they will build you an income that you can only dream about. So anyway, I'm not going to get into this whole no philosophy and beat that horse again tonight like I've done every week for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Just know, guys, that no is part of the business, and just it's about your attitude. We've talked about this a lot over the last couple of weeks, is that you got to change your attitude. Like Art said, you know, you have to say, if that person says no, you can't do that about that. You know, I heard someone say, you know, it's like if you guys can imagine for just a second, a bag of microwavable popcorn, you know, if you've ever had microwave popcorn, you know, as soon as it comes out, as soon as that bell rings in your microwave, you open up and you pick up that hot bag, you open up that bag, it smells so good. And everyone in the house can smell the bag. And if you walk around to everyone in your house and, hey, you want some popcorn? Some are going to say yes. Some are going to say no. Most of them are probably going to say yes. But you can't do anything about the ones who don't want any, right? If you've done all you could do, as Art said, if you went out there and you shared the information with them, you invited them to the call, you sent them a video, you got them on a three-way call, and they say no, what else can you do? You can't make them say yes. There's nothing that you can't do a three-way call. Say, Tillis, I want you to do a three-way call because I know if I get them on the phone with you, Tillis, you're going to get them to sign up. No, Tillis, she ain't got the magic bullet. I don't have the magic bullet. Some people are just going to say no. But if you just get them, if you do all you could do and they say no, what else can you do? You just have to understand that's just the way it is. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. Any other thoughts from the leaders on that? I mean, obviously, we've been talking about this no concept for the last 3 weeks. But anything else? Anybody want to share? Ms. Baylines, Tillis, Shauna, Linda, any of the other executive directors on the call? Anything you want to add? You don't have to. We can leave it alone and move on. But anybody else? Just a great video. All you can do is all you can do, guys. That's if you do all you can. The problem is most of us don't do all we can do. You know, we say, look, I say pick a number. You know, the company say 2 a day in a weekly meeting is the secret of success. Make 2 exposures a day in a 10-year weekly meeting. Teach your team members to do the same thing. We're done with that. Now we say talk to at least 5 a day. You know, we've been talking on our 90-day run call about doing 20 to 25 calls a day. Whatever your number is, I suggest you do 1 because most of you aren't doing even 1 consistently every day. I'm talking a full exposure where you reach out, follow through, and contact and invite someone to take a look at what we do at our membership or opportunity. And I know that. And I'm not pointing fingers or you know, beating down on you, but I just know for a fact that most of us don't consistently expose people on a consistent daily basis. So I suggest you start with the 1. Set a goal to talk to 1, contact and invite. You know, I say 1 because if you really take the time and contact and invite someone to our nightly hangouts, as soon as you do that 1, you're gonna say, man, that wasn't too bad. I'll do another one. And you end up doing 2. And if I can get you to do 1 and maybe do 2, then you know what? The next day it'll be easy for you to do 2, and maybe you'll do 3. And then maybe in a couple of weeks, you'll get up to where you're contacting, inviting 3 or 4 or 5 people a day. And you'll realize how it's just a habit. Like Linda T always says, just a habit of getting it done. So with that said, I'm gonna leave that horse alone. And tonight, guys, I want to talk about something that you know I talk about at this time of the year every year for the last 25 years, and that's goals. Now I know that you know at this time of the year, probably on your job, even maybe every month on your job, or if you work in a job that does this, especially if you're in sales, goals is part of sales. You know, you got to have a goal every month, and we talk about on our team call. What's your income goal for the month? What's your production goal for the month? Which that's it, and what's your level up goal for the month? And we talk a lot about goals, but I found something. I'll share my screen because this will keep me on track. And I'll just go over this. What I found. This is from. Let me find it here so I can get back to it easier. One of my other business mentors, is Richard Branson. He started the company Virgin Airlines, Virgin Records. He's a multi-billionaire, has his own private island in the Caribbean. And on his company's website, they had, I think I was probably searching for something on Googling for goals, and this came up. I just thought it was really apropos. Let me share this with you guys. 7, what he calls the 7 simple steps for achieving your goals, not setting goals. And everybody sets goals. We're going to talk about how you achieve your goals. Let me go ahead and just share my screen, share this with you guys, and we'll get going. This will be the bulk of tonight's training. So this is right from the Virgin website, billionaire Richard Branson, 7 steps to achieve your goals. And you can, I'll put the link in the group me chats if you guys want to go there and read the whole thing. Just number 1, you got to write your goal down. You know, guys, I know you've heard this before. You've heard there's all kind of people out there. You know, Brian Tracy has an amazing book on goals. Art Williams talks about goals. John Addison, all kind of people talk about goals. And the one thing they have in common is they say your goal has to be to write it. If you don't write your goal down, it's just a hope. It's just a wish. And some of you have heard the joke, right? Wish in this hand and spit in this one and see which one fills up first. Some of you are laughing because it wasn't spit that you heard, right? But you know what I'm saying? Wishing does not get you anywhere, you know. But if you'll write that goal down, I don't know how to explain it, except you have to believe the people who talk. There's a reason why they say you to write it down. It's something about put it to paper. You commit it to the universe. And then the world and the universe begins to conspire to do you good. That's the first thing. And number two is set a deadline. You know, again, a goal without a deadline is just is a wish. It's a hope. You know, I hope I can get this Cadillac, or I hope I get this Mercedes. Is without a deadline. You got to have a target date. So anyway, if you had a deadline, that allows you to be able to break it down into smaller steps, and so you can achieve it. And then he says, number three, work on your mindset. And again, you guys can read all the details. I'm just kind of going over the 7 keys to achieving your goals. Number three, work on your mindset. And then number 4, develop your skill set. Notice the first thing was your mindset, then your skill set. I'll let Mr. Valines comment on that in just a second, because I know he totally gets that better than most people that I know. He understands that. And then step 5 is to take the first step towards achieving your goal. And again, I'll put the link out there so you can go back and read this stuff in detail. But again, working your mindset, then working your skill set, and then take action. Take the first step. It doesn't have to be a major step. Just take a little step in the direction of achieving your goal. Number 6 is continue until completion. You know, Art Williams says, or John Aston says, do it until, you know, keep doing it until you achieve the goal. And then number 7, which is my favorite thing, is reward yourself. I'm all about rewards. I'm certainly a carrot guy, not a stick guy. And so anytime I achieve even a small goal, I reward myself. And so that's the key to achieve 7 keys to achieving your goals. Number 1, write them down, right? Number 2, set a deadline. Number 3, work on your mindset. And then number 4, develop your skill set. Number 5, take the first step. Number 6, continue until you achieve it. Don't give up. And number 7, reward yourself. Mr. Valines, this idea, I know that probably rung a bell with you, this idea of working on your mindset first and then focus on your skills. A lot of people, they focus on the skills, right? They think if I could just get better, if I had more training, I have more success. What do you say about that, sir? If you don't mind. Mr. Valines?
Yes, sir. I believe that, you know, we started this call out with belief, right? And I think most people do not believe. And so if you can believe, whatever you can believe, you can achieve. And most people don't understand that. They think that's just some motto or something that we just say. But no, whatever you believe, you can achieve. But most people don't believe that they can achieve anything. So when you come to mindset, the mindset is like, what can I believe for? And so like early on in my career here in Legal Shield, I believe that, you know what, if Mr. Harrington told me I can achieve it, I would believe it. I'm like, whatever he say I can believe, I can achieve, I'll believe it. And so we asking you to borrow our belief, first of all,
right,
for until you can get your own belief up. See, because once you believe enough you be like, hey, I'll borrow your belief until I can get my belief up. I know by the time you get to manager, senior manager, director, you don't need to borrow our belief no more, because you can see the paychecks, you can see the growth, you can see everything that's happening in your business. But most people won't let themselves get to that point, right? They will give up, right? And I'm telling you guys, do not give up, because if you just do the things that we asking you to do, and that starts with, as Mr. Peden put it earlier, it starts with Performance Club. Just get Performance Club done first, right? Just get the Performance Club. We're not asking you to get Performance Club Pro done. We just ask you to get Performance Club done, because we understand if you can get Performance Club done and you can believe that for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then you can start to believe, man, I can get Performance Club Pro done, right? And then Performance Club Pro become a habit, right? Like I went on vacation on the 22nd, right? You know, I'm just saying, I was in Performance Club Pro done on the 22nd. I don't even think I was Performance Club done. I wasn't even Performance Club on the 22nd. But by the end of the month, I was Performance Club Pro with, 50, 60 rollover. And that's only because of belief, right? And I'm telling you guys, this is 93 months, right? It's not that I started this thing like, oh, but I'm telling you, and Mr. Peden is telling you, just believe, have belief in yourself, have belief in our system, have belief in our company, and everything else will work itself out. But don't give up, because most people will give up. They're like, oh, I believe for a minute, and a minute is too late, right? You gotta have belief for the 30 days. I heard Linda T say, she's been 23 months, and last day of the month, she was not qualified. But here it comes sometime later on in that night, she gets Performance Club Pro done because of belief, because she borrowed, Tillis's belief.
Absolutely.
She borrowed Tillis's belief, like, oh, I can get this done. And I'm asking you guys, everybody on this call, if you're not Performance Club or Performance Club Pro, borrow our belief. It's not that we're special. And I'm saying me. I'm not saying Mr. Peden, he is special. I'm saying me. I'm not special. Linda T, she might be special. I mean, but you guys understand what I'm saying, right? But only reason you don't get it done is because you don't believe.
Right.
So we asking you guys to borrow our belief. Borrow our belief until you get to be able to own your own belief. And once you own your own belief, things will start to happen in this business that you were like, man, I can't even believe. How did I get Performance Club qualified? How did I get to director? How did I get executive director? How did I get Power Team executive director? How did I become a ring earner? How did I become a millionaire club? Only because you started to believe now for the little things, and the big things will follow, Mr. Peden. That's the only thing I would say tonight.
And I knew if I teed it up, man, you'd knock it out the park. And right, Tillis, we couldn't have scripted it any better. And you said a couple of things that now made me think about, my mentors were Fran and Woody Alexander 29 years ago. Fran used to grab me by the shoulders and she'd shake it. Do you know how big a business you're going to build? Do you know how much money you're going to make? Do you know you're going to build a team bigger than Woody and I ever built? And she would put her hands on Carol and I, and she'd look us in the face and just say, you know what, you guys, you have no idea how much money how many lives you're going to impact. And she would just look at us and shake us, and she kind of shake the belief into us, and we couldn't help but believe him. And then things began to happen. So it is about that. You said something else, Mr. Bailey, you said, borrow our belief. And Richard Branson says, take the first step towards your goal. The first step, a good goal on our team, the goal that everyone should shoot for is the least performance club. And what's the first step to get a performance club is getting mad, getting your mastery going, protecting the family or recruiting associates. So in order to get PC Pro, you got to get mad. You got to make a difference. That's why I think the company came up with the Make a Difference program to get mad, because they say, we can get more people performance club qualified. We can just get them to focus on at least protecting one family at the beginning of the month or even for the month, because you can't get performance club qualified without protecting the family or protecting the small business. So they say, hey, get mad, and we're going to recognize those people who got mad. For those of you that don't know, Get Mad stands for Make a Difference. So make a difference in somebody's lives through our membership or through our opportunity. And if you focus on getting mad, then you do that, and you get what they call a mad streak by getting the habit of getting someone protected every month. The next thing you know, you're going to look up and say, I'm Performance Club qualified. And then once you're that for a few months, you say, hey, I got Performance Club Pro qualified. Then it'll become a habit. And once it becomes a habit, it's all over for you after that. Shauna LeBlanc, I know that I saw you applaud when Mr. Valens was talking. I'm not sure if that was for Linda T or Tillis, but I know personally, you and I, Mrs. Pete, have had some conversations. There's some times in the business where your belief wasn't where it needed to be. And anything you want to share, just some belief when it comes to making sure that I know that you borrowed our belief in you and Mr. Dad's belief in you, and anything you want to share or add to what Mr. Valens was talking about when it comes to belief?
Yes, Shauna? I mean, you guys said it all, like literally. I mean, guys, it's so easy to get into your head. And I remember like 2 months ago running for ED the first time, coming back from Phoenix, and the voices was going off in my head. And I'm like, girl, all the stuff, it doesn't matter what what the incentive, whatever you're reaching for, the dog scripting. It could just be 100 premium for PC, or it could be hitting 1600 for executive director. But you know, we've all been there, guys. That's the bottom line. But it's when you come out on the other side of it. And I've started sharing this as part of my story too, you know, just being able to look back 4.5 years later. And I genuinely know that, you know, Shana Blanc 2017 would thank this girl for sticking around, for sticking and staying from, because I used to remind myself of so many of the stories that you guys would share, all the downfalls, the highs and lows of your business. Mr. Dagsy, like, we're paying $20,000 back, chargebacks, and all of that. I would remember all of those lows you guys overcame, and I'm like, well, if y'all could do this and still be here, and almost every day I wake up and I tell myself I want to be here 17 years from now, like Mr. Baylions and Mr. Dadsy, and being able to tell my story to the new people getting started. I want to be the next Russell Pete and being able to say I stuck in for 25 plus years, that the dogs did not get the best of me. Because who wins when dog takes over? There's no win at the end of it, guys. But it's being able to come and look at the first of the month and see how hard you push yourself, that you did not let that dog, that commission, that staying in performance club, that your story will inspire someone. This is so much bigger than all of us. And that's something that I always remind myself, and I want you guys to remind yourself of too. Don't get in your head and think this is just, oh, I'll do it the next month, or let me see if I have a reboot. That's maybe plan B or plan C or plan Z, right? But in that moment, just tell yourself, how do I want to wake up on the first, or whatever the next day is? What is the type of story you want to be able to tell your team when they're struggling? You don't want to be the person who says, it's okay, I fall in another PC and had to start over again. Nobody wants to be that guy or that girl, right? You want to be able to say, I stuck in. I did it for 22 months. I did it for 39 months. I did it for 93 months while partying, celebrating my birthday in Aruba. So that's the type of story. It doesn't matter whatever you need to do to get yourself out of that funk, to get to that. Call Mr. Peter, call Mr. Bay, call your leaders, guys. You all know how extremely big I am on leadership in this business, but because they're there. And the dads just called me when it was like 3 o'clock in the morning in Dubai, and they're like, I'm like, go to bed. I'll be okay. I know Mr. Peter is just an hour behind. He'll check on me, and he did. Right before he went to bed, he was checking in on my numbers, giving me that extra dose of encouragement. So don't think it's just a certain set of people it's happening for. If you put yourself out there, if you reach out to the leadership, there'll be a support system for you. So you don't have to be shooting for ED to have the support of the leaders. It could be just what on the 20th day trying to get your senior associate qualification done, a manager. Doesn't matter what it is. Reach out for support. You just don't know that might be that one thing. Somebody might say something that you needed to hear that night to take you over the top.
Absolutely. Oh man, it's spoken like, as Chilla's put in the chat, they're spoken like a true leader. There's no doubt why she's our team cheerleader, why she's now, you know, she had her best month ever last month, because she's an amazing young leader. It's been my pleasure to watch her grow these last 4.5 years into who she is today. She is not the same young lady who joined us 4.5 years ago, but she's just amazing. So I did forget, guys, the announcement segment. There is something I want to share. I've got another video from our president, Don Thompson. If you haven't heard about it,
can I just say something quickly on goals, though, Mr. Peter?
Go ahead, Chelsea. Absolutely.
So I just wanted to say, guys, that a lot of times, yes, you definitely have to have belief, because belief ties into it. But you definitely have to have a goal. A lot of times we're just going about our business, just hoping to slip upon PC, just hoping to slip up and then hit PC Pro. But the truth of the matter is, you can't hit a moving target. You can't hit a target that you're not shooting for. You have to have a goal. You have to write it down. It can't be in your head. It can't be, just typed in your phone. It has got to be on purpose and with intention in order to hit it. Now, on my phone, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to try to, maybe you'll see. What does that say?
$100,000 ring earner.
$100,000 ring earner.
You can't hit a target you're not shooting for. You can't hit a target that you're not going for. And I will have that ring before we go to the international convention. I'm telling you that. I'm so close right now, guys, that I can smell it. But it's with intention. It's everywhere in my office. You come in here, it's everywhere. It's mapped out. I know exactly what I need to do in order to hit it. And if you think about it, you do that at work. You have performance goals that you have to hit every year, or some people are going to be sad come the end of next month, right? Because when we go into this performance period at the beginning of next year and the performance payout in March, if you don't have a goal, if you don't know what your manager is marking you down for, then you in some trouble. Okay, so you need to know what your goals are, what you're shooting for, what are you working for, and for everybody, it's going to be different. We can't tell you what that is, right? It might be PC, it might be PC Pro, it might be, hey, I want to recruit 5 people a month. Hey, I want to become executive director. I want to be a ring earner. And Shauna is running for her ring now. I'm pretty sure she can tell you what she needs every month to get to that ring by the time we go to the international convention. So some of you are running your business just by stance. You have no rhyme or reason for what you're doing. You don't have a goal. You're just hoping and praying, I'm going to slip up and flip up and throw up into, PC. No, you need to know that it's one plan a week. Hello? One plan a week, guys. One family plan a week in your PC Pro. And then some. Wow. But if you don't know that, then how can you hit it? Right? So you gotta have it down what it is, what you intend to do. Set an intention every day. And here's another thing I'll say to you guys, okay? Wake up every morning with gratefulness. Wake up every morning with gratefulness. Grateful for the business, grateful for this team. And then when you set out to talk to someone, you're going to have the right energy. Some people don't have the right energy because you're so busy focused on what is not happening, what is not going right, everything going on in the world. And you think the world is coming to an end. It's doomsday, right? And it's not. But you just got to have your belief in that, your intention, whoever you pray to, whatever you pray for, and then set out your day with intention on what you plan to accomplish.
Mindset, guys, that's what it's all about. Mindset first, then skill set in achieving your goals. This is not about setting your goals. We're talking about you got to have a goal. I appreciate Tilla sharing. We're talking about that in the coming weeks. A simple goal setting system. But I want to start off about tonight, the whole series about here's the keys to achieving your goals. And just it's about your mindset first. Because Mr. Baylines and Tillis, I think they couldn't have said it better, guys. You've got to have a goal and you got to have belief. Then you can work on your skill set. We all think that if I had more training, I know you guys think, as Tillis and Mr. Baylines and Shauna were saying, that, you're kind of like a weather vane. You're just, if maybe I'll find somebody. You're thinking that you're looking for the elephant hunter, you're like Elmer Fudd, you're looking for the wabbit, right? You're thinking that I'm looking for a Tillis, I'm looking for a Baylines, I'm looking for a Peden, I'm looking for a Carruthers or Self. No, you know what? The way you find them is you go out there, hunt, you prospect every day. The way you find an elephant is with peanuts. That's how if you want to find out, put some peanuts and they'll come, the elephant will come. You put enough peanuts out there, they'll come, and that's how you bag the elephant. But I know you guys think if I could just get better, if I could just get me a Diane Klein's, like Mr. Peden, then I'll be set. He's earned millions of dollars in overrides off Miss Klein's. If I could just get me a Diane Klein's, but you know how many people I had to recruit before I found Diane Klein's? Hundreds. How many people have you recruited to find your Diane Klein's? How many people have you talked to find your Tillis, your Mr. Dazzy, your Mr. Baylines? It's about numbers, but what is your number? What's your goal? Did you have a recruiting goal? I had a recruiting goal to be for what I want to do by the end of this year to take me to where I want to be by the international celebration next year. I'm not there yet, but you know what? I believe I'll be there, which means I'm going to have a hell of a December because I have not yet got anywhere near my recruiting goal for these last 2 months, but I'm gonna have a heck of a month. And we got a busy month, and our kids are gonna be traveling as you guys are gonna find work. We got a very busy month here with just family stuff going on. I said, man, I told Carol, I said, honey, I got some work to do, but even all that, I believe that I'm gonna hit my goals because I understand belief. Anyway, man, there's so much I wanted to say about that, but we'll talk in the next weeks to come. But real quick, I didn't want to let us go without you hearing about this announcement. It won't be my fault that you didn't hear about the announcement. I always say, get the flyer, get the information about promotion. You can't say, well, I didn't know about it. Some of you are missed promotion because you didn't know about it, or because you're that close to getting something, but you didn't know about it. So I'm not gonna be the one to say, hey, at least I told you about it. You can get details when you go to the LS Engage. You can get the flyer and get the details. But watch this video from our president, Mr. Don Thompson. Hopefully you've already seen it because you're on the leadership show. You already know what I'm about to share, but here's the information. Let me share my screen real quick. Don Thompson talking about Legal Shield's 12 Days of Christmas promotion.
Well, hello, Legal Shield. It is the month of December, and let me be the first to welcome you into this great month. So many of you finished strong in November. We saw some great numbers coming through the last few days of November as you were closing out the month. A lot of new associates being added to the team, a lot of new memberships being written, and we're just want to congratulate you on a great finish to November. So whether you hit senior director for the first time, hit executive director for the first time, and maybe you Performance Club qualified for the very first time, congratulations on an amazing November. Now, let's talk about December. And we are going to launch in to December with what we're calling the 12 Days of Christmas. And you've seen the PC push that we've had in the past. This one has a special spin to it. And that was pun intended. So we're going to allow you to spin the wheel when you hit the third level. I'm going to tell you what that means in just a second. But it's very simple. We want you to get off to a great start in the month of December. We want to create more Performance Club qualifiers this month than ever before. And so when you go out between now and today, December the 1st, and midnight Central Time on December the 12th, when you have $100 in network premium plus one brand new associate, you're going to earn a $100 additional bonus. So not only are you PC qualified, you're going to get a $100 additional bonus. When you go out between now and the 12th, and you get $100 in network premium and 2 associates added to your team, you're going to get a $150 bonus. But when you hit that third tier, when you have $200 in network premium,
PC Pro,
and you recruit 3 people into the business over the next 12 days, you're going to get a chance to spin the wheel. And there are some amazing prizes. We're going to contact you as soon as you do it. So if you get it done by the 5th of December, we're going to contact you on the 5th of December, and we're going to get on a Zoom with you, and you're going to spin this wheel live with us right on that Zoom so you can see what you won. And the prizes on this wheel, the lowest prize has a $300 value, and the biggest prize has over a $6,000 value because it is the trip to Maui. Next year in 2022, you'll join us in Maui with all the top leaders on that amazing trip. So all you have to do is qualify. You get your chance to spin the wheel, and there's some big prizes on here, $500 Amazon gift card. There you would have got a $400 JFA voucher. You have the trip to Maui. You have a Surface Pro. You have the MacBook Pro. There's a lot of great prizes on here. Like I said, the lowest has a $300 value. The highest goes all the way over $6,000 in value just for going out and getting $200 in premium and recruiting 3 brand new people in the business. And by the way, it's not a chance to spin the wheel. Everyone that does $200 in premium plus recruits 3 people in the business, you're going to spin the wheel and you're going to win a prize. So we want to get off to a great start in December, keep this momentum going that we've created over the last few months since our leadership convention, and help you get off to a great start here in this month. Now, on top of that, to help you recruit those 3 associates, we're going to continue with our promotion to allow new prospects to join the business for only $50 when they enroll in both the Legal and ID Shield plan. So you can still go to your We Are Legal Shield personal marketing website, enroll those prospects for $50 as an associate this month in December in honor of our 50th anniversary coming up next year. So go out right now, share the good news of the opportunity, talk to lots of people. We know that you have been talking to a lot of prospects because we have seen the number of shares in Prospect by Legal Shield hit all-time highs for the last 2 years, right now in October, November. So we know you have a lot of people to talk to. Talk to them about why right now is the right time to launch your business in Legal Shield. Help recruit 3 people in the next 12 days, and you can spin the wheel and see if you're on your way to Maui. So let's get off to a great start in December. Talk to your team. Everyone's eligible, and let's get a lot of people spinning to win.
Good stuff. Congratulations. All right, guys, that's it. So on that note, we're going to wrap the call up, guys. Great call again tonight. We're going to continue this discussion about goal setting and how to and tips to achieve your goals. Go ahead, Ms. Kleins, go for it.
Okay, I won't be but a second, but I didn't have my PC Pro done either. But I told you I was going to get it done. I believed it. I have 228 months or 27 or something. So you just got to believe that it's possible. You got to see yourself doing it and then just do it. Back to you.
If you do all you can, if you have the belief and you do all you can do is enough. That's what Art Williams said, right? All you can do is all you can do. But the secret is, if you do all you can do is enough if you have the belief, and it'll happen. You've heard several stories tonight of just belief, and then things manifest, and almost coincidentally, but most of us know who understand the concept of belief and goal setting and goal achievement, that it's not about belief. It's about consequence. It's about believing and just knowing that if you've done the activity, then the results will follow because you understand this whole concept of believing and doing, putting the activity in. So great call tonight, guys. This call, just like other calls, is being recorded. It will be put in our group meet chat on our Facebook page for replay. And I'm also going to put the other links that I mentioned out in there, the link to the 7 secrets to achieving your goals. I'm going to put the replay of the Zoom and the live Facebook live that Tillis and I did on Thursday night. So you can use that video to share. It's only about 15 minutes or so, I think 17, 18 minutes. It's a great video to share with your prospects who are super busy. Or maybe someone that you're talking to, so I've got too much going on right now. You can say, look, I know when we talked a few weeks ago, you said you're super busy, but I wanted you to hear this story of this young lady on our team. She's super busy, has a very demanding job. And she was able to earn almost $70,000 her first year at the company, working her business only 30 minutes to an hour, maybe 90 minutes a day, and just send them the replay link and let them watch that live that we did. And she just does an amazing job on that Facebook live, on that Zoom, guys. So I'll put all the links into the group meet chat on our Facebook page, so that everyone on the team has access to them to be able to share those stories with others. And if you saw that, go back and go on Facebook, watch it again on Facebook, make some comments, because it's a real popular video. She did such an amazing job. But thanks for being on, everyone. Have a great week. Let's go out there. We've got till today's the 5th. So the 12th is next Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, right? 7 days from now will be the 12th. So the 12th days of Christmas for Legal Shield ends next Sunday. So you have all this week and even till after next Sunday's call to take advantage of your 12 days of Christmas promotion by getting $100 in premium with one recruiter, or 2 recruits, $100 in premium, or if you want to spin the wheel, $200 in premium, which means you got a PC Pro and 3 associates, and you can spin the wheel, maybe or win your trip to Maui, maybe a MacBook Pro, which would be amazing, Surface Pro. I'm an Apple guy, and the AirPods and all kind of other great stuff. So let's go out there. Let's just put the activity in. But again, you got to have belief. You got to believe you can do it if you want to achieve it. In order to seize it, you got to be able to see it. Remember, it's all about mindset. That's what we focused on tonight. It's about belief. Have a great week, everyone. Love and appreciate each and every one of you. As Shauna said, we're here to help you. Your leadership team is not just here to talk to you and preach at you. We're here to help you. 3-way calls, a kick in the butt, whatever you need. Don't fail to reach up and ask for help. If you just need to talk, you're frustrated, that's what your leadership team is for, to help you get out of that rut, help take a look at your business, help you figure out what you need to focus on, and whatever we can do to help you, we're here for it, because we want to help you achieve whatever level of success you desire. Have a great week, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thanks.